Oh my goodness. Well, that's not good news. Oh my goodness. The blowouts. Greetings, everyone. I am glad to be here, and I am glad that you are here. Today's jank is in Standard, and we are trying to exploit the meta. I think, on the whole, since the Pro Tour, there is a lot more tendency towards aggression in the meta. So we are, of course, trying to thwart that by playing a whole bunch of board wipes, specifically for Realm-Cloaked, for Shatter the Sky. This is a lot less preferable, but we're trying to inflate our land count somewhat. We do have the 4 Glass Cat, or I'm sorry, the 4 Birth of Meletis to inflate our land count as well as the 4 Emeria's Call. So in conjunction with our 21 lands, yeah, we're running about 25.5 million lands, which is important because we need to be able to board sweep basically on 4 every game, right? What else are we doing besides responding to the aggression? I really want this card to be good. It has struggled for me to be good in most decks that it wants to be in because it clearly wants creatures on board to give 1/1 an indestructible for. And then what good is giving indestructible until the end of turn unless you're attacking with that creature, right? So your attacking creatures don't really defend Basri Ket overly well. So oftentimes, and the -2 only works with non-token creatures, and darn it, it's, yeah, your attacking creatures don't defend Basri. So we're trying to do this, but I can tell you, a Basri Emblem, which does come relatively quickly, will win the vast majority of Magic the Gathering games, for sure. At the beginning of your combat on your turn, create a 1/1, so you get a 1/1 every turn, but then put a 1/1 counter on each creature you control. So you don't even get a 1/1, you get a 2/2 that, and your team just keeps growing every single turn. And all of your creatures getting 1/1 counters, very, very powerful. It can get out of hand if you can get it down. So that's the first and foremost way we are trying to accrue value. We have a couple of Mazemind Tomes to accrue value as well. The second and most important, or the second most important way of accruing value is Felidar Retreat. Make land drops, win games. Basically what this says, right? Then, of course, Legion Angel. And, of course, and the reason this is good is when you're drawing action in this deck, it's helping you control what's happening on the board and all that kind of stuff. Or it's land drops, right? And, oh, yeah, okay, well, I'm on 7 lands. I don't want another land. Well, darn it, if you've got 1 or 2 Felidar Retreats, you sure want another land, right? So that it makes every top deck in our deck good. So what we lack in actual physical draw a card advantage, we can make up for. Another key couple of cards here, Legion Angel, which of course goes and gets Legion Angels out of the board. And bringing those cards back from the graveyard, also very, very strong here. In niche cases, folks, we can also just cast 7/7 Vigilances, right? If that's what the situation calls for. And then the last of it, yeah, just control package, some Banishing Lights, Glass Casket, the Skyclave Apparitions we already talked about. And then, yeah, just some lands to help do things, make creatures win the game, sort of thing. So, not else much to say other than, let's go take it out for a spin, shall we? All right, folks, here we are. We are up against Winter is Coming. Good luck, Winter is Coming. And darn it, there's Basri Ket. We're going to do our darndest to ultimate that boy. And, yeah, all right. I think we can hang on to this hand. Look at our beautiful Bob Ross lands, folks. You may or may not be aware, but you can currently get 1 or 5 basic lands. You know, 1 of each, Plains, Mountain, Island, Forest, Swamp. And, you know, you can have unlimited number of that one, just the one art of it, right? Right now, up until like the 14th or something, if you just input a code for each of the lands, I have it in my Discord, so I can get it for you folks if you ask. But boy, oh boy, they are beautiful, and I love it, to be certain. All right, opponent doing some milling. That is quite annoying, all things considered. All right, Merfolk Windrobber coming on in. Sure. Yeah. Well, we typically win relatively slowly here, so I don't want to have to worry about this Ruin Crab too much. We're just going to go ahead, take a turn off, get rid of that thing, and pass turn. Hopefully, Winter is Coming doesn't have anything too nasty to do to us. Okay, Soaring Thought Thief, sure. Milling over a couple of lands, thank you. Winter is Coming, heavens to Murgatroyd. We did not want to draw that card. Oh, boy. Yeah, all right. Felidar Retreat, come on down. Sure. All right. Really hoping our opponent can't counterspell our Realm-Cloaked Giant, though, because that would be a disaster for sure. Yeah. Not likely to help much. And if we just fire off Basri Ket, it dies. So, I think we're on... Well, okay, I guess. Let's make a kitten first. And then cast off. Which feels terrible. Yeah, it's Drown on the Lock. As we feared. Unfortunately, this Elspeth Conquers Death, not very good here. Not going to get the job done. And our opponent just milled over another Shatter the Sky. There were only 2 left in the deck, darn it. Oof, Teferi's Tutelage. Shoot! Oh boy, there goes another Realm-Cloaked Giant. Heavens to Murgatroyd. Ladies and gentlemen, that is bad news bears. Watching all of our win outs to this particular situation all just going away feels bad, man. All right, Elspeth Conquers Death. Into ye olde bin. All right, well, let's go ahead. Make a 2/2. We're going to Glass Casket the Soaring Thought Thief to slow the bleeding here. It's possible we were supposed to Elspeth Conquers Death the Teferi's Tutelage, but this also allows us to get down Basri Ket, and Basri Ket won't be countered this turn, right? So a counter going on to our 2/2. We get something out of the Basri Ket here. And hopefully, you know, our opponent doesn't just, like, kill it with Zarasan, but... Oh, boy, it's another Soaring Thought Thief. Yeah, I'm definitely glad we got rid of the Soaring Thought Thief then, because they would be giving each other +1/+0 as well, and that is decidedly not great. All right. Basri Ket takes damages. Oh, boy. Well, gains indestructible, folks. A key synergy in this deck, to be certain. Merfolk Windrobber going to sacrifice itself to draw a card. I mean, I hope they don't have Spell Pierce. I'd be calling a judge if they do, you know? Alright, opponent going to mill us for a few more. Darn it, this Elspeth Conquers Death costing 5. Definitely giving us some problems. Alright, Teferi's Tutelage, milling us some more. Just haven't been able to fit into the curve yet. Had a lot of expensive things we've been needing to do. I think we are really glad we got rid of this Ruin Crab as soon as we did, though. If they had just made... Oh, shoot. Oh, my goodness. Another Soaring Thought Thief. Good heavens. That is very, very bad news. So we are not going to hesitate. We're going to absolutely eat that thing. And going to go up. And get in. Opponent takes it down to 12. Folks, we don't have... Very many cards left in our library. Down to 20. Oh boy, another Teferi's Tutelage. Heavens. Opponent been stuck on lands here, but darn it, that is pretty okay for them. Their curve is so low, you know? Oh boy. All right. Opponent doing some quick math. Trying to sort things out. Soaring Thought Thief comes in, gonna mill us over a couple of cards there. Oh boy, thank heavens. Alright. Skyclave Apparition. Eats the Soaring Thought Thief, I guess. Because we could still get a... a way of dealing with this Teferi's Tutelage, potentially. Holy crud. Are there actually any Elspeth Conqueror's Deaths left in the deck, though? I'm not sure that there are. Aye. We do get to reanimate something, which is kind of nice. So that could be a Legion Angel, and go and get some more Legion Angels. It could just be a Realm-Cloaked Giant, honestly. Try and finish the game. Yeah, let's Legion Angel, I guess. We have the 1/1 counter. Yep. Huh. All right, Legion Angel. Going to put the 1/1 counter and indestructible onto the smallest of creatures here. All right, well. Counters on the team. Can you kill us, opponent? That is what we're looking for here. An answer to that little bitty question. How many cards can you draw? Opponent going to just cling to dust? That would not be a winning strategy. Okay. Brazen Borrower. Another Soaring Thought Thief. All right. That is annoying, to be sure. That accounts for 2 more mill, as well as the 2 from Teferi's Tutelage without our opponent drawing any more cards. Folks, this is a close one. I am not going to pretend to be really comfortable with where we're at. Aye. Opponent doing lots of math here. Because the problem is we're not going to be able to kill him this turn. They can at least chump block with the Brazen Borrower and Soaring Thought Thief to stay in the game. Okay. Yep. Not ideal. They can't get in, though. Oh, boy. Did we get there? I think we did. Opponent tapped out. We do ultimate the Basri Ket. Oh, my goodness. Feels good, man. And GG Winter is coming. That was a wild one. And right down to the wire. But it was an honor, my friend. Good game, good game. All right. Here we are, folks. Up against Dan One Pew. And this hand is not great, but I think we are going to keep it. We have a lot of land drops, which is not great, but we do have a Felidar Retreat to pay it off. We also have interaction, and I think in general the format, at least since the well, I want to say Pro Tour, but it's not Pro Tour anymore. It's I don't know, Mythic something or other, or Championship something or other. Or I don't know. The name changes have been all over the place, so I don't actually know what to call it. But since that thing, I think the format has been at least pretty proactive. There are a couple of decks that are more reactive, like the blue-black control deck, and depending on your build of rogues, it can be a little more reactive as well. But for the most part, it's proactive, and your board sweepers and things are really good. So I think this hand is likely just fine. Sure, another Clerical Lifespan. That is a little scary, honestly. Yeah. Oh boy, another Birth of Meletis. Not quite what the doctor ordered there. But it is okay. We're almost certain to Shatter the Sky this turn, unless our opponent does it for us. I can't, it's hard to envision a scenario where we don't. Oh my goodness. Well, that's not good news. Oh my goodness. The blowouts. Holy crud. 2 Selfless Savior, just as we're like, we're going to Shatter the Sky next turn, you know? That could not be worse. We still have to do it, because we've got to get rid of these Selfless Saviors, but we very likely might lose this game now. Just 1 Selfless Savior would have been annoying, you know, there's no question about it. But, you know, 2 Selfless Saviors, though. Oof. Opponent! Oh, no. They just let it resolve. That was not the correct thing to do. Oh, my goodness. Our opponent goofed pretty bad there. Oh, no. Dan 1 Pew. Oh, my goodness. They wish they had that one back for sure. Yeah. Oh, my word. Yeah, believe it or not, folks, we're not going to board sweep this turn. We're just going to go ahead and make our land drop and see if they commit further to the board. We're on 17, so I think we can take a hit here from the Speaker of Heavens. We would like them to commit a little more to the board. Because we are expecting them to have, you know, things like Luris and stuff like that, right? So, okay, yeah, if they just... If that's all they do, that's fine. We will sweep. Opponent, thinking things over. Yeah, okay. Well. Oh, darn it. No. Yeah, we were definitely supposed to Shatter the Sky there. It's looking like our opponent's got some kind of protection spell. Oh, wow, they don't. Okay. Interesting. Well. Oof. So our opponent punted there, and then we punted right back. Admittedly, I would rather be on this side of the punt exchange. But neither one very good here. Losing that 2-2 doesn't seem like a big deal. But when your opponent's on 27 life and you know they have quite a few Speaker of Heavens in the deck, probably the full 4, I would expect. That's a very real problem. Oh, Agadeem's Awakening? Call the Death Dweller. Okay, sure. Sure. Alright. Yeah. Opponent goes up to 28. Not a good feeling. Opponent can't activate the Speaker of Heavens yet because, of course, it has Summoning Sickness. Yeah. All right. How much mana do we have? 6. Well, I think we would rather have a Legion Angel. Get the Legion Angel back. Make a dude. Then next turn we can make Emeria's Call happen and then put counters on the team. And I think that's a good place to be, all things considered. I would not describe ourselves as happy about where we're at, darn it. This is not a good spot to be in. Opponent likely has an awful lot more ways of getting things back from the graveyard. Again, I would be surprised if there aren't at least 2, possibly 3 Lurrus in the main deck. And we have seen exactly 0 of them. Opponent on 6 mana, thinking things over. At the very least, can get back Demonic Embrace by discarding a card. Paying a little bit of life. Right? Okay. They make their Angel first. Do they actually do the Demonic Embrace? They do not. Blood Chief's Thirst on our Angle. And they don't attack. Wow. Okay. Oh, boy. That's a good one. That is a good one. All right. So we're going to Legion Angel. And Skyclave Apparition. Get rid of that Speaker of Heavens for good. And then, yeah, we're just going to go ahead and put counters on the team. No, not that, darn it. That would be bad. That would be bad indeed. That's Skyclave Apparition. Holy cow, folks. That was very, very, very good. All right, Demonic Embrace. You've got it. I mean, we'll 100% trade the Legion Angel right now. If they go and put another Demonic Embrace on it for a couple of life, sure, they do. Okay, we will not trade yet. We're just going to take the 10, which we're not happy about, for the record. You know, it is what it is. But I don't think throwing away our Legion Angel at this juncture is a wise endeavor when they have, you know, no other cards in hand. You know, full top deck mode here. So, yeah. All right. Emeria's Call. Counters on the team. And we're going to go ahead and get in. Opponent may or may not remember that this gives indestructible to all of our things. Okay, they do remember that. All right. That is fine. Now, in this case, you know, they obviously are not going to be able to attack. Yeah, okay. They weren't going to be able to attack there because, folks, you've got to remember, Emeria's Call gives indestructible until your next turn. Right, so this is normally these types of effects are until the end of turn. Your stuff gets this or that. You know, like Felidar Retreat gives vigilance until the end of turn. No. Until your next turn. So at the very least, like our opponent's just dead here. If this is a brick, which it clearly was, because these creatures are indestructible, so they can't attack. They're, you know, they had a possible out. As far as like maybe killing this, attacking with this, so we have to either chump or trade with 2 of them, then, you know, stuff, right? Since this is indestructible until our next turn, the attacking is not profitable. And then we just attack with all of our creatures on board, whether we have a land drop, whether we don't, doesn't matter. It's lethal. So good game, Dan One Pew. Good game. All right, folks, this is not a great hand. I think we're going to mulligan it. Feels a little bad, but all right, I guess we'll keep this and send back a Realm-Cloaked Giant, I guess. We really need to draw another land. Oh boy, okay. The Birth of Meletis, not exactly what we were looking for, but actually probably pretty good in this matchup. Yeah, in fact, it is mono red. So the Birth of Meletis gives us the land we needed, because we really can't get by without at least 3. But also gives us a wall and gains us life down the road there. So all of that is good. Opponent gets an Ondu Inversion. Good heavens. All right, Robber of the Rich coming on down, sure. All right, so what we're going to do here, folks, is provide a distraction. Because our opponent can't get Embercleave down just yet, and we really want to be able to Shatter the Sky next turn. So we need a land in the worst possible way. Okay, our opponent does get rid of a non-land card. Oh, darn it. No, they can cast Embercleave. That's really unfortunate. Okay. So when I realized that, I realized, you know, darn it. I think we've just got to let our Basri Ket go. Because Embercleave will really mess us up. Now we need a land really, really bad. Oh boy, that was not it. Alright. Well, we've got to go and get the land. Folks, I kind of mismanaged that whole sequence there. Feels bad. Hopefully it'll still turn out okay. But, yeah, it feels bad. We did gain 4 life, basically. Rimrock Knight hangs back. Our opponent getting a lot of really powerful cards over there. We're going to block the bigger one, of course. No Embercleave? Ah, Bonecrusher Giant. Okay. Why leave the Rimrock Knight back? I don't understand. Alright, Kargan Intimidator gets bigger so that they can draw a card. Inconvenient, but acceptable. Annex, coming on down, is a 2/3. Yeah, let's just Glass Casket here, I think. We can't let the Annex hang out. It will mess everything up. I don't know why they didn't go for the Bonecrusher Giant as well, unless it was just because they were trying to bait out another Shatter the Sky, perhaps? I don't know. That's very strange. Folks, darn it. We, really, really needed a land there. We need to be able to get down these Felidar Retreats and start making, kittens. I think we're in really good shape. Despite my, little bit of a punt there, mismanaged turn, I think we're in good shape as long as, darn it, we can do... And we can keep drawing some lands here. And in fairness, our opponent got rid of 3 different non-land cards. Admittedly, this is kind of a land, so there is that, but... Still not a land, folks. Alright, we're definitely going to submit 0. We don't want to give the 1/1 a 1/1 counter there. Alright, opponent Bone Crushers. Gets in at our face. Pumps with Castle Ardenvale. We drop to 9. Finally get the land now that we have to Shatter the Sky. Feels bad. But believe it or not, folks, we are going to intentionally miss our land drop here so that we can get a cat from it, whether we draw our land or not for next turn. All right. Fine. Elspeth gonna come conquer your annex. Shattering the Sky there does nothing, right? We could have Skyclave Apparitioned it, but Basri Ket goes up to 6 this turn. Ultimates next turn when phase 2 goes off, and then we just get to return Basri Ket the very following turn with a Basri Ket ultimate already, if everything goes properly, right? If not, then, you know, whatever. We'll keep... Oh, darn it. They kill our Basri Ket. That feels bad. But all right. That is definitely okay. Because we do get our Basri Ket back next turn. Our opponent, of course, did not want to have us ultimate the Basri Ket. That would obviously spell defeat for our opponent. They are well aware of that. Yeah, still going to be Basri Ket. We have plenty of answers to further creatures from our opponent. With an extra loyalty. So we're going to immediately go up on the kitten. Aha, it does draw out a removal spell, which is actually kind of nice. Because it was all bait, opponent. It was all bait. All right. How many more Annex? There is another Annex yet in the deck. There is a final 4th copy. And that card is very, very good. Darn it! Holy cow, folks. Come on. This is merciless. But all right. We are battling. And having the drawing the 3rd Felidar Retreat is some pretty significant justice there, I think. All right. Sure. Come on in. Well, we're going to go ahead and double block the 3/3. Can't take too much damage. The Castle Ardenvale almost certain to be activated here. In fact, it is. Which is not great for us, but expected and acceptable. Oh boy, yeah, yes. All of this is good. Cat. 1/1 counters and vigilance. Thought we were resolving those. Darn it, we did those in the back, or the reverse order. Holy crud, folks. This has not been a great game. Yeah. I was supposed to stack those triggers. All right. The blocks still are as we would have hoped, with the 1/5 going on the Fervent Champion. Okay, well, that's not great. Opponent getting in with millions and millions of creatures. We're going to double block the Fervent Champion. Pumps will be made. Yeah. We gain some life. Yeah, I think we're just going to hang on to our land here. Because we're expecting our opponent to get down this Bone Crusher Giant. And we don't want to just lose all of our creatures to the Encroan War anyway. Alright. Sure. Alright, well. We will make a dude. So, let's... sweep the board. Opponent gonna draw a card. A damage gets dealt, just one, because there was no Castle Ardenvale pump there. Alright, so we are going to stack 1/1 in Vigilance, Cat, make a dude. There we go. Folks, fear not, we got him stacked properly. Down to 6 life, though. That is not a good place for us to be. Torbran coming on down. Oh, my goodness. That is bad news, Bears. Aha. But that, ladies and gentlemen, is good news. As it happens, we are going to Emeria's Call. And try and turn the corner against our opponent. Yes, we will be trading these 4/4s if the opponent gets in. But that is not just okay. That is great. We are not expecting that to be the case, though. Yeah, in fact, they do not. Okay, so yes, please. Cat, token, and then another token. All right, resolve all of them. Yes, all right, we can take full control off. All right. And this is lethal, folks. There are blocks that need to be made here. There are trades, unfortunately. But, you know, somebody's got to block. I mean, that wasn't really necessary because Torbran's there, right? I mean, okay. Very much killing that cat. Saying, no, no, kitty. All right. Oh, my goodness. Fireblade Charger would be a scary, scary one, folks. Because with Torbran in play, good heavens, that can deal an awful lot of damage. However, we've got all these flyers, and our opponent doesn't have options. Well, we could rub it in our opponent's face and cast this Emeria's Call, but darn it, I'm not about that life. Let's just get in with our flyers and call it a day. Good game, Jaroka. Good game. Good heavens, folks. That, I'm not going to lie, I kind of poorly managed that one, and it's a little embarrassing. But, oh well. Either way, good game, opponent. Well, folks, we are back, and honestly, the deck performed pretty well. I'm not gonna lie, I had a great time. We won more than we lost with it. We won 3, lost 2. Honestly, wasn't on the top of my game today playing these, so I really feel like I may not have done the deck justice. You know, you've already seen my wonderful, wonderful top-notch play there. How embarrassing. But you know, the deck compensated very nicely for my missed sequences and stuff, and honestly played really well. I think this is another deck you could just honestly have a good time, take it straight to Mythic here in Standard, and for what it's worth, I do think the deck did exactly what we wanted. We got to do some Basriing, we got to do some Felidar retreating. The Legion Angels came in really handy. The board sweeping did exactly what we expected it to do. So yeah, I think this deck pretty all right, and I do recommend it. If you do have some recommendations, I would really appreciate if you put them down in the comments below, because I'm going to be playing this deck on stream tonight. So upgrading this deck, making it a little more playable, would be really, really nice, just to make my quality of life better as I jam this in Standard, you know, this evening. So I really appreciate any and all help there. While we're talking about it, I do stream 5 nights a week, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, 6 to 10 Central Time, which is Chicago time if you got to look it up. So come out and see us. We would love to have some of you good folks join us and just hang out for a while. I understand YouTube is a worldwide reach and not everybody can, so I just appreciate you watching the videos in the first place. But you know, I'd love to get to know you. If you can, stop into the stream, just to, even if you only have just a few minutes, just say, hey, I saw you on YouTube and I wanted to come and say hi. I would love to greet you. So all that being said, I'll catch you folks next time.